Welcome back. You with us here on Opening Fire. We've got the market which is flattish, not really going anywhere. Biocon reported numbers, and I've got the management joining us right now. We're hitting them a little late. Dr. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, CMD at Biocon, Dr. Arun Chandravakar, CEO and Joint Managing Director with the company, join in this morning. Thanks very much, ma'am. Thanks very much, sir, for joining us. Ms. Shaw, thank you. And Prashant, this side, could you start by describing how you saw the quarter across your various segments, ma'am?
I think we delivered a very strong quarter. All our businesses at a group level have really done well. I think we've delivered a 15% growth in revenues and a 23% surge in profits. Our EBITDA also has grown 24% to 236 crores. And I think if you look at this in context of much higher R&D spends, 50% at a gross level and 60% at a net level, where we have actually increased R&D spends from 63 to 93 crores at a gross level, and at a net level from 31 to 50 crores. This is very reflective of the advancement we are making in our global phase 3 clinical trials of our biosimilars. As you know, we are really betting big on biosimilars, and this really basically is reflective of how we are approaching the filing timelines to enter some of the key regulated markets. In the interim, we are also making very strong progress on emerging markets for biosimilars. And growth this quarter has really been driven by our biosimilars in emerging markets. It has also been driven by other businesses. And of course, there was a one-time income that we got from a capacity reservation fee that we were actually getting from our fidaxomicin relationship with Merck, and this basically absolves Merck from annual commitment of a capacity reservation fee, but at the same time they have extended the supply contract by 7 years, and at the same time it frees up this dedicated facility for our own needs. So it actually augurs well to address some of our capacity constraints. We've also basically had a very successful inspection in Malaysia, which again now means that we are on track to address some of the emerging market needs for our insulins. And of course, shortly after that, we will be also able to address some of the very attractive opportunities that we see in the regulated markets, US and Europe. So overall, I think we've had an excellent quarter.
Ma'am, margins have come in at about almost 25%, right? And this is, I understand, because of licensing of a certain product.
Yeah, so EBITDA margins have moved from 26 to 28%, and most of this has happened because of the licensing income and, of course, the one-time capacity reservation fee that we got into.
Dr. Chandravakar, how would you describe what's happened in the big markets, sir? And I mean, market for you, essentially, EU, US, etc.?
Okay, so in terms of our biosimilars programs targeted towards the US and EU, we've got basically 4 biosimilars partnered with Mylan, which have progressed into our phase 3 trials. 2 of them are nearing completion in terms of the phase 3 trial. The Glargine trial, where essentially we're doing 2 phase 3 trials for Glargine. The patient recruitment is completed. So in terms of our biosimilars programs targeted for the US and Europe, these 4 global phase 3 trials really demonstrate the progress that we have made in terms of a fairly sizable portfolio of products that will address several multi-billion-dollar opportunities, in the year ahead. There is, of course, another biosimilar molecule that we have initiated phase 1 trials for, which is bevacizumab in Europe, which subsequently would get into a phase 3 trial. So from a US and European perspective, I would say our focus on biosimilars is on track. Clearly from our other businesses from a US and European perspective, which is essentially our small molecule businesses, that continues to be supported by our newer products like the immunosuppressants targeted at these markets. We recently announced that one of our partners in Denmark received approval for a novel formulation, long-release formulation of tacrolimus. So that again would augur well for us in subsequent quarters once they launch the molecule in the US. So I would say that it's been quite healthy on those fronts.
Ma'am, could you, I mean, you made a new hire, right? Dr. Narendra Chirmule has joined as the head of R&D. I mean, you've kind of sort of emphasized how Biocon is a research and development-led company. Could you talk to us about, I mean, the significance of this hire and how you see this helping you?
Well, you know, Dr. Chirumule comes from very extensive experience and expertise, having, worked in the US, first with Merck and then with Amgen. So he comes with excellent credentials. He has a lot of experience in developing biologics. He's an immunologist by training. He has excellent, connections with the regulatory agencies, with various experts in the field. So I think this is a very important hire for Biocon because as we advance these programs and very challenging programs into the markets of US, Europe and other countries, I think it's extremely important for us to understand the complexities and the nuances that are expected of these kind of programs. And I think having someone like Naren Chirmule certainly puts us in a very strong position to address these requirements in these markets. I think he also comes with very good extensive knowledge in novel molecule development, so he's certainly already adding a lot of value to some of our novel programs. So I'm very excited with the role that he can play for Biocon going forward.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, this is this hire, of course, he's head of R&D, but in terms of monetizing, fructifying the biosimilars pipeline in big markets, I mean, would he push that? Is that going to be the focus?
You know, we are already partnered. I think you should understand that as far as our biosimilar programs are concerned, we are already partnered with Mylan. And together we are trying to build a very, very big business out of the biosimilar programs that we are developing together. But I think, getting these to the market is also going to be a very important focus, and having someone like him while we do that is extremely important. I think Naren will also play a very important role in, addressing our novel programs, where you know that we've been sort of progressing them, albeit at a slower pace than we'd like to. So having him on board, I hope, will accelerate the pace of this development.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Ma'am, the Sinjin process starts on Monday, coming Monday. So it's an offer for sale by promoters. What's the what kind of feedback are you getting? Could you talk to us a little bit about that? We've discussed this in the past.
So Prashant, I'm really sorry, but I've been told that it's going to be extremely inappropriate for me to make any comments on the Sinjin IPO. I've recently had a press conference in Mumbai where we have given all the optics and information on Sinjin and the Sinjin story. So I don't think it would be possible for me to make any comments until the listing is over.
I mean, we did broadcast those comments when that happened to our viewers. So anyway, it's 27th of July, and the offer runs till the 29th of July. So that's next week. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us with that perspective. Good luck with the issuance, ma'am, and look forward to speaking with you again soon. Let's take a quick break here. We'll come back in 2 minutes. You'll hear from the management at Lupin.